Hi everyone, it's Veronica here, and welcome to Jewelry Party Wednesday. I'm very excited to have you all here. If you have never joined us before, I'm Veronica Stout. I'm the founder of Vintage Meet Modern Jewelry and Styling, and we have been doing Jewelry Party Wednesday for almost 3 years now. So that is a lot of Jewelry Party Wednesdays. In any case, I'm really glad you're here. We have a lot of gorgeous pieces. We actually had some questions, so I'm going to be answering a few of those tonight. And I want you to sit back and relax. And of course, all the pieces that you see are available over at Vintage Meet Modern. So happy first day of fall. I always try to start off the evening by talking about some of my favorite pieces. And so it's hard for me, my hair is like sticking out on the side. It's hard for me not to get super excited, but this is definitely one of my favorites that we have this week. So this is that really beautiful, it has an Art Nouveau feeling to it. It's a check piece with pressed leaves, and it has some little amethyst crystals in it. But as you can see, I'm wearing it with like a cranberry sort of burgundy top. And I think that the purple just looks lovely with the lavender. So this one is definitely one of my favorites. I think that also the leaves with the embossed, I think that it gives you that really pretty fall look. And I like the way that it just has a little graduated style with a larger leaf at the bottom. So we've got this piece. It's really pretty. This one is one of our new pieces, and I think that this one is another one that is absolutely perfect for fall. This one is definitely one of my favorites. Hi, everyone. Make sure you say hi to each other, too. So I'm really glad to see that you're all here. We have lots of people joining us. And don't forget to tag your friends and share, too, because remember, it's always the joy of jewelry all together. So I started off right away this evening showing off the little pressed leaf. This one has got some little lavender crystal right in the center. Definitely one of my favorite pieces, and one that is one you can enjoy wearing over and over again. And so I have it on with the cranberry color, but I do know that we had some questions about how to be able to wear these pieces with different pieces. And I just wanted to let you know that this one is a great one in terms of the coloring and the styling, that you can put it with a lot of different things. So for example, this piece actually, this is a metallic blouse, and it has some leaf design that's running through it, but it also has some hint of some pinks and some greens in it. And this one is certainly a perfect example of how easy it is to be able to put together this piece with this sort of style to it, mixing with your prints. And you can see the way that you can still see the purple is going to pull out, and the leaf motif is pretty because it kind of blends in with the leaves. Obviously, this is going to hang a little lower so that you're still going to see it, but this is a pretty example of how easy it is to mix this sort of styling with it. If you're more of a sweater girl and you like things that have more of the prints to it, this is another pretty option. Remember, one great idea is to always remember the camera's looking at me the opposite direction. It's always a great idea to try to pull out one of the colors that you see when you have a patterned top or a blouse or sweater or dress. And so with this one, again, this has a lot of purples that are running through it. It also has a floral motif that's running through it. And so this is another easy way to be able to mix the gold tone that you see with all the pretty flowers. Now, last but not least, another great way to be able to wear this one. This is a totally different look. Sometimes we all really gravitate towards more of those animal prints. This one is a snakeskin style print from J. Crew. This one has an opened neckline. It's like a V. And this one, you can see that the beauty of pulling out this piece is that you can pull out more of the green tones, the brassy tones in the embossed colors that you're seeing in the actual blouse. So that's another way for you to be able to see a lot of different ways to be able to kind of pull different kinds of colors and different styles together. So this one's definitely one. This is a super pretty one to be able to add to your collection. And it definitely has that antique-y, beautiful vibe that so many of us love and adore. So this one's definitely one of my favorites. And I think that it is just absolutely perfect for fall. And remember, if it's your first time joining us, Leanne is here joining us as well. She's dropping links to everything in the comments. Otherwise, of course, you can always just go right over to Vintage Meet Modern, and the pieces that I'm showing off tonight are part of our new arrivals collection. So easy peasy. So we've got this gorgeous piece. This is definitely one of my fall favorites that we have. And I'm going to move right along and I'm going to talk about another fall favorite. You can go ahead, you can see that one. Really pretty details. What you really have to look a little closer at is that the leaves also have little rhinestones that have been embossed into them. So it's not just the lavender that you see inside of the flower petal. The closer that you get and the more detailed you look, you'll actually see that each of the leaves have a little trinity of rhinestones dotted down the center. So another really gorgeous piece. Very well made. And unique details as well too. So another piece that I really like is that if we're really going to go fall, why not really go fall? So this piece is kind of pretty because for those of you who like things that fall into the ivory tones, if you like things that kind of fall into the true creamy colors and the pearls, this one actually looks like fall leaves. And I kind of feel like it's a little cafe au lait. It has a little bit of a creamy and a taupe undertone to it. It's like a nice, not kind of like your typical pearl, but it has the same neutral detailing to it. The different shades of the cream with the taupe mixed in have a very elegant fall feel to it without being your very traditional fall colors, meaning falling into those oranges or burgundies or cranberries. You still get that look and that feel. So for those of you who tend to like something that falls more into the neutral category, this is another very lovely option. I always like things that also sort of have the look and feel of pearls, and I'm looking to see over here. I thought I had kind of a pair of pearly earrings. But this is like the little champagne rhinestones. You can see that if you like the little champagne color, that's another option for you to be able to wear with a necklace like this. You bring out the champagne tones that you're going to see, the creamy tones that are in this necklace versus wearing a traditional pearl, but you can also do some little silver. I like the way that you can pick up on the opaque style that are in the little vintage rhinestone with the Aurora Borealis that you see in sort of the opaque style that goes with the necklace. And you know, leaves are up to interpretation. To me, it looks like a thermosette leaf. It looks like it's a three-pointed leaf. So that's why I say it runs into that family of being really sweet for a fall look. But I do, again, I like to point out the way that if you like the champagne-y look of things, which do give you that little luminescent glow, this is another really pretty piece to consider for your collection. And the earrings, that even though they have a little bit of sparkle and a hint of Aurora Borealis, this is a perfect example of how you can pull it all together. You can wear something a little more casual during the daytime, but if you want to dress something up for the evening or you like having a hint of sparkle, these are a really pretty piece. I do not remember this one, but I love the design. I love the design on this one too. And so again, bringing this one up, if you are somebody who wears different kinds of colors, it may be not your traditional cranberry like I have on today. If you gravitate more towards like your greens, your olives, your browns, this would be very pretty with those tones as well. And bringing up, again, if you are a darker floral person, like I like wearing darker florals, you can see here how we have the creamy colors that are running through this. This pops really nicely against dark colors too. Another thing is because of the simplicity of the colors, but they definitely have the two tones to it. This is something that'll be very easy to wear with prints because it's just two tones on tones. So you're going to see it pop against both light florals and dark florals, or if you're wearing even stripes. This would also be very pretty with a light denim chambray if you have a chambray shirt. It would look very elegant with a forest green, lots of different colors that you would easily be able to match up with this one. And also, I'm going to pull that metallic shirt up again that I had earlier. You can see that if you want to put something that has a little bit of the metallic undertones to it, this one has got some grays and champagnes again running with it. You can see the way how easy it is to be able to put all these colors together. Sometimes the simplest pieces are the ones that you can mix and match with more things you have in your closet than you realize. All three tops that I've just shown, and actually the fourth one that I'm wearing, it all goes with all of them. So hopefully that will inspire you to think about either putting a piece like this, or if you're thinking about what you can wear, you can think all of these are different tops that maybe if you have something in the same color scheme or pattern, it's very easy for you to think of different ways that you can really reinvent it and enjoy wearing it over again. But this is definitely a very, very pretty piece for fall. And again, I really like that if you take a closer look at it, I have no idea. Everybody is calling me tonight. We have a ton of different people. It's just kind of one of those days. I'm worried that my next door neighbor is maybe having her baby. Chris? Michael, can you come here for just a minute? First of all, my daughter called me. She didn't make the dance team at Loyola. So can you please have Daddy check next door with Mr. Espinoza? He just called me. I'm not kidding you. My next door neighbor is getting ready to have her baby, and she's like literally going to have it like any day. And since I just saw her husband call me, I'm a little bit nervous that maybe they're actually going to have the baby, because she told me that we were on standby here in case they need to leave to go to the hospital. And if you also know, I just had my little nephew not that long ago. So of course we are definitely in baby mode over here. So this is that very pretty pair of champagne earrings with the Aurora Borealis. And I'm not trying to let you know too much that's going on here, but at the same time, I always really try to keep it very real. A lot of real things go on over here. And I was just saying to Mr. Vintage Meet Modern during dinner, I was like, Wednesdays are just the absolute busiest days. All right, so up next, I am going to pick a piece that is tone on tone. This one is another one that is my favorite. If you saw my Instagram post earlier, this is a really gorgeous piece. So this one is the gold with the, this one is the gold with the lucite that is around. It has got the accents. It's a vintage Avon. And this one is got a gold braid to it. But what I really like about this piece is how nicely it stacks and layers with other pieces. So this one is definitely one that has that fall feeling to it. It's a clamper style. It's very easy, very comfortable to put on. And it's one that stacks up really nicely with other pieces. So we have already seen this gold braided bangle before. I've showed this before. This is the way that you can accent the gold that you see at the center of the clamper and then going around. Another great example of another piece that you could very easily put this one with are all those really beautiful scarab bracelets that we had. Now, the Scarab Bracelets, they were hot. Some of them went way faster than I really expected them to. So this one has got the green and it has the carnelian. You can see you're picking up on the carnelian that you're picking up in the bracelet. It has the malachite. It also has the lapis. It has the rose quartz. These are all really beautiful pieces that all go together. So we've got these gorgeous pieces. This one is another one. This one's another Scarab bracelet that we have. This one is set in gold tone, I should tell you, and this one I should tell you is set in silver tone. This one features a fold over clasp. Yes, they were hot. So for those of you who really loved those 1950s styles, and we got so many nice comments about people who were like, I had one in the 1950s. My mother had one. We had some people who commented about how that they really remind them of pieces that were very boho chic. But, you know, scarabs, they've got so many different wonderful qualities to them. First of all, they're a symbol of rebirth. They are definitely associated with all of the different kinds of sort of opulent 1950s related to Egyptian revival type things. So these are all really great. Are we on our way someplace? Hey, everybody, can you please say a prayer? My neighbor just had her water break. I'm so glad we answered the phone. So you're all hearing about it first. So pray for the arrival of our next door neighbor's little boy. She has been actively waiting for this little one to come. And I said it was going to be this week. So very exciting things if you see me going around here right now. So we have got this gorgeous piece. I really am a huge fan of the bangle. This one's a great one. Let's see. We have another scarab piece. This one has got this little mixed in sort of glass stones. And it also has got some chalcedony, some rose quartz. It has got some jade in it. This is another really pretty one. And if I'm not putting them all the way on, it's because the ones that are obviously the ones that have the spring rings, they take a little bit longer to put on. I can put all of them on by myself. So if you're worried or concerned that you can't put them all on by yourself, you definitely can. But this one also has got a fold over clasp. But there's plenty of pieces. So those of you who did like the Scarab bracelets, we had seven of them. We still have 3 awesome ones left. You can see there's a variety of different sizes. This one is the thinnest one. And this one is a little bit of the widest one. And this one here on the end, this one you can see is got prong set, carved scarab stones. This one has got a bezel set, and then this one has a bezel set. So really, really great pieces. You'd enjoy adding any of them to your collection, and they definitely have all of the fall vibe colors to them. So really, really great, wonderful pieces. All right, moving right along. We have got other really gorgeous pieces this week as well. So we also, if we're going to stick with talking about kind of our fall theme, we have a really, really pretty demi Peru. So it's both pieces. Can you believe how calm I am right now? We've got babies, we've got kids calling from college, we've got all kinds of things going on tonight, but I am calm as a cucumber when I'm here. It's just time for us to have our little jewelry party. So this is the gold leaf necklace. So I love this one. So for those of you who like anything that has a very classic size and shape and styling to it, this one has got these gorgeous gold leaves, and it's definitely a mid-century modern feel. So for any of you who really appreciate the mid-century, no, it's her third. That's the reason why they're calling us. We're taking the little kids over here. We've got 2 more. We have so we have Michael, and then our next door neighbors are like the sweetest people in the world. I mean, just we were so blessed to have them moved in, and they have got a little boy and a little girl who are in 1st, 2nd, and 3rd grade. So we call them the 3 Musketeers because it's MMM. It's Mason, Madison, and Michael. So the 3 of them are always together. But it's very exciting because we've all been waiting. And I said that it was going to be like in the September 20th area. So I feel good. Maybe I won the neighborhood pool of when she was going to have the baby. So this is that mid-century modern gold leaf necklace. It's a really fabulous piece. And when I think of your traditional opulent 1950s pieces, this one has a lot of things going for it. The first of which is it has a very classic mid-century modern design in that it has the leaves, but what's connecting the little leaves all together is a little gold mesh chain. And it's a little wider. It's probably about a 1/4 inch that you see running through the center. And then the leaves are sort of layered all together. They're perfectly spaced. And then, of course, it has a matching pair of earrings that go with it as well. So this is just an absolutely fantastic set. Another thing that I really like having it go for it is that it's a piece that if you aren't looking for something that is super blingy during the day, it's very classic. So you can put it with other classic pieces, like a bracelet that has just a little bit of gold running through it. You can wear it with other classic gold pieces, like a little ribbed bangle. But again, if you're looking for different things to wear with it, it's always going to go with prints as well, too. So like I said, this is a top from Anthropology, and I do have a surprise for the rest of you who are coming during the week. If you've wanted to shop my closet, guess what? On Friday, you're going to get to. So stay tuned for that. But if you're looking for something that has, remember again, I'm looking in the wrong direction. If you're looking for something to go with metallics, this is another gorgeous piece that you can see that you can easily mix and match this with different kinds of prints. So I love the way that you can take this sort of crested style design and easily be able to put it with other fabrics. Going up again now, if we want to talk about something that's related to that snakeskin print, you can see that this is another pretty option that if you like wearing gold with prints that are like this is another one that you can bring out the green gold aspect of things. And it's another one that really nicely frames the neck. And also you can mix this with different shades of blue too. Blue and gold are always a very elegant combination with each other. And you can see the way, again, this has such nice lines in terms of curves that if you like wearing things that fall into a paisley print, a floral print, stripes, you can easily be able to mix and match a set like this and really have it go the distance. So you can feel good about investing in something that you can wear with so many different types of things. So I think I've said a lot about this piece. Elaine says, I love a classic. I always appreciate it and a way to go. So yes, exactly. And so also this is the benefit of that. If you don't want to wear the necklace all the time, the earrings make really great daytime earrings as well. You don't have to stress about them. They're really no fuss and go. We have a mid-century modern style bracelet that if you're more of an earring person, this one has got a curve to it with the earring, but you can see it can easily be able to pick up on the scroll style that you see in the mid-century modern bracelet that we have in stock at Vintage Meet Modern. So the same sort of gold that you see with a little bit of textured and the lining matches up with the texture and the lining of this one as well too. So if you're looking for a piece to add a little bit of bling, if you're not really a necklace girl, but you're looking for something with the earrings to match up, you can easily see that this one's going to go the distance again in being able to really be able to mix and match with other pieces. So another really fabulous piece that we have. I mean, I'm always a fan of something actually where you can have the sets. One of I think there's a couple different shows that I think, I mean, many of you actually remember and actually collected and read the magazines that were popular in the 50s and the 60s. So you remember seeing these on actual fashion icons of the time. But also keep in mind that for those of you who love any of the period pieces that you might watch, if you've ever watched Mrs. Maisel and you've watched Rose, her mother, she almost always in whatever she's wearing has the whole set on. She usually has the necklace, the earrings. If she's wearing a jacket over her dress or something, she's got the brooch. She has the matching handbag. And so those were really signs of luxury and opulence when you had all the pieces of something. So that's one of the reasons why when we can find them, I'm always very excited to be able to present to you all the different options that you have with it. So this piece, we've had this once before. We've had it in turquoise. We have it with the coral color now. Okay, don't think that the coral color is just for summer. It really lends itself very well to your pumpkin tones, your coral tones, your pearl tones. And again, I'll give you some examples of some other fabrics and colors that you can put together. And you can do a lot with this piece. So someone asked earlier about layering up brooches. And I wanted to show you that even if you have like a pearl brooch, it's very easy to be able to mix and match the pearls that you see in the necklace with the brooch here. You can see how you can layer things up very easily with this style of piece. Another great example of being able to wear this one is, don't forget, there is a matching bracelet. And the bracelet, again, it has this beautiful line detail to it. And it also has that mid-century modern feel too. And I'll point out that the earrings that I just tried on are also another really great pair of mid-century modern earrings to put everything together. I'm kind of going around here trying to remember, what are my fears? Getting the necklaces caught in my hair, having something fall off on me on camera. So thank you for hanging in there with me while I get this on. But it's always a good sign that if I can put it on by myself on camera with all of you watching from all over the world, you can do it too. So this is the matching bracelet that goes with the coral and pearl necklace. We just showed you those really lovely mid-century modern gold earrings that I showed you a moment ago. If you like the way that you can kind of pull up on the same sort of crested style design, that if you're looking for a pair of matching earrings to go ahead and go with this piece, it's another perfect example. And if you want to see a couple different styles that you can easily be able to put this with, again, I'm going to show you the way that you can put this with, and you can bring out gold tones and pearly tones if you want to wear something that has a pattern. But I would definitely think about wearing this with something like this, something very bright, colorful, dark floral. You can bring out the coral colors. You can bring out the pearl colors. This is another great example of how that you can really be able to enjoy this by mixing and matching this as a true statement necklace. Of course, again, this is one that goes and lends itself very nicely to other solid colors. So if you like wearing those sorts of tones, this would even look nice with sort of a flannel or a plaid. If you have something that maybe runs in sort of the tweed family, this would be gorgeous with a dark golden corduroy color, like a goldenrod, or definitely like I had that mocha colored one, the coffee toned one, lots of different ways that you can really be able to enjoy the fall color. I'm showing you the wrong hand. And then there is the matching bracelet as well. So another great piece, one that you can definitely be able to enjoy. And this one's one that you can wear year round. I mean, this is one that you can enjoy wearing during your fall season, but you can also enjoy wearing it in spring and summer. The last little bit I'll say about this one, besides the fact that it just fits so nicely and so perfectly, is it's so easy to wear with other pearl pieces. So all you need is a pair of pearl earrings that you probably already have in your jewelry box, and you don't have to stress over having new earrings or new pieces to go with it. This is a very lovely piece. It has a short extender on the back. You can make it as tight or as loose as you want. It does fit very comfortably. You can see it has the J hook there, but we have a lot of space that goes ahead and goes down it. So another really fantastic piece. That's definitely another hit, as I would say, this week. So as long as we're talking about fabulous mid-century modern finds, this one is absolutely fantastic. So this one is a true mid-century modern piece. It has a layering in of marquee rhinestones with a swirl design, and it has a pale brushed gold tone. It has closed back stones. It is in fantastic condition. And I think what really makes it so beautiful is the medallion shape, but the way that all of the lines are just so naturally crusted over, it makes it very intriguing. This one is obviously a great one to be able to wear against solids. Very easy to be able to enjoy and wear when you have on your favorite coat or jacket. But as you saw earlier in the week, I wore it with cream and sort of a houndstooth print. This goes very nicely against your pearl, your cream, your lighter tones as well. So for those of you who gravitate towards lighter colors, this one has a very elegant look and feel to it as well. Obviously, it's one that will hold up very nicely if you like being able to wear it on a coat. It will be a wonderful addition to a jacket. I think a lot if you like Kate Middleton's style. I can definitely say Kate wears a lot of blues and greens and plaids. And so for those of you who kind of gravitate towards her style, this is a brooch that I would say that Kate Middleton would wear. It's something that would be very reminiscent of a lot of the brooches that we see when she puts things on coats. Now, I know that hers are probably on loan from the Queen, but actually she is an outfit repeater. She does wear a lot of different things. She picks different kinds of pieces up. So for those of you who like to gravitate towards that style, that one is definitely one where I could see us wearing it with those sorts of shades and tones. But I did want to point out, for example, this blouse is a really fantastic one. It is a very thick metallic and it has a sequin running through it. But for those of you who maybe have some metallics, this is what I wanted to let you know. This actually looks very pretty against other metallics. Hi, Anne. How are you? So nice to see you. I'm so glad. We have so many people joining us, and we have some new people too. So if you're new joining us, please go ahead and say hello. We are like the most fun group of vintage jewelry loving women, like on Facebook and on YouTube. So we're just really happy that you're here. But this one, as you can see, it blends more into the metallics. But if you're looking for something that's going to pick up the radiant style that you see in all of the brilliant sort of diamante rhinestones, this one is a really, really easy one to go ahead and mix with even different kinds of patterns and styles. So again, this is a very nice brooch. It's very well made. It is very well balanced. And if you put two of those little brooch converters on it, it would even make a very nice pendant. So another really fantastic piece that we have. I'm cruising right along here. So I know a lot of people also have, if you're looking for something that is a jewelry box essential, we have a very higher end gold double rolled chain that has some textured links and some shiny links. And this one is a Mylore piece. I'm a huge fan of Mylore. Yes, you can find their pieces in a variety of different ways, but for those of you who are looking for that classic necklace that goes with everything, this cable and double looped necklace it's in 18 karat gold plating over stainless steel. It feels like real gold when you put it on. It feels, if you've ever had an opportunity to go to Tiffany's and try on one of the $20,000 necklaces, if you've ever had a chance to go to the department store and try on one of the solid gold chunkier chains, that's exactly how this one feels. It has the added benefit of that the links are large enough that you can do other things with them. The Florenza pendant that we had earlier already sold during the week, but for those of you who might be looking for something to add to a pendant, these links are large enough to be able to hook different pieces on. That's another one of these really awesome benefits of being able to wear a piece like this. It's a little substantial in the sense that you can easily be able to mix and match it with other pieces. And then, of course, it obviously glows with your other classic gold styles. So speaking of that, you know, we also have a pair of Monet Hoops. They have the same ribbed texture that you see in the other pieces. And for those of you who maybe have a classic pair of solid gold hoops at home, you can see how lovely this would be, a great addition. For those of you who really just like to pop up a white collar shirt with a pair of black pants, this is that necklace. This is that necklace that the polished, elegant lady who you see at the grocery store and you think to yourself, she always looks like $1 million. And maybe she doesn't even have a ton of other pieces in her jewelry box or her arsenal of accessories, but she probably has something like this. And it's something that she probably wears to church when she goes to Sunday, probably when she meets ladies for luncheon, but she also probably wears it with a little black dress as well. So for those of you who may be looking for something that is truly a fantastic piece, I'm telling you, when you put this one on, you definitely feel the weight of it, and you can feel that it looks like a very high quality piece. So you can also easily be able to see the way that it goes with just your classic earrings as well. And it's not too big. It's not too overstated. It's not too understated. It's just the right size. It hangs at an 18-inch and it's fabulous. We've got Rhonda joining us. Elaine says, I love that analogy. We've got Margaret. We've got Teresa. We've got all kinds of beautiful ladies here. So I am so excited to see all of you. So this one is definitely another one of my favorites. It's one of those pieces where I say to people, if you're asking me what to pick, it's definitely one that I'd say add to your jewelry box because you can always feel good about it. It's also another one of those pieces that, again, as I said, it has a lot of ability to be able to be changed and worn over and over again. You can just do different things with it. Tomorrow, I'll try, if nobody buys it tonight, tomorrow I'll try it on. I'll show you how elegant it looks with some scarves. Especially if you're one that kind of knots them up or does things on the side. You can easily be able to see that, again, if you're trying to, I never like to say trying, if you like to incorporate those sorts of styles to elevate your own personal style, those are the types of tricks and things that I can teach you and I can tell you that are ones that will empower you in ways that you didn't realize the jewelry can. So that's another one that I love. All right, now speaking of pieces that I also love, I just think that this piece is so 1980s. It has a lattice style purse. I'm not going to go too crazy with it, but it really does open. It has a little kiss clasp, so it looks like it's a little clutch, and it has some really cute little pearls that have been tucked inside of it. So for those of you who know, if you're thinking about your 50s, 60s little clutches. Although this has a very true 1980s vibe to it. It comes on a long chain and it has the addition of the little pearls inside of it. It fits at a longer length, but it's a very, very sweet little piece. Straightening myself out there again. Wait. You're also patient with me when I'm trying to do this. On your iPhone, you look right at yourself and you see yourself. On the camera, when you use the different program, everything to the left is to the right and everything to the right is to the left. But this one is a nice piece and it's got that funky addition of the pearls. It has a definite 1980s vibe to it, but it's so fun. It's just one of those pieces that reminds you of the kind of styles that you would layer up with other kinds of pearl pieces. So it's another great one. It's unique. For somebody who likes something that's a little bit more playful and for someone who loves to wear classic black, this would be just a really fun addition to your jewelry box. And it makes it kind of fun that it has those little pearls that are mixed into it. And like I said, it is a working little clasp. So it's a real sweetie. It's a great piece. It's a unique one. Now, I didn't look through the records, but I do know that my daughter went to prom in May. And I wore this necklace to take pictures with her. You can even go back and look in the group. And we had this same white latticed bead necklace, or the pierced metal with the little gold beads in the center. And this one is from Monet. I know Elaine is our Monet gal, but this one is another one that I really like, even though it's a white. The pierced metal reminds me very much of architectural styles that we see. It is a lightweight. Again, it's a nice alternative to wearing like a traditional pearl. It has that same creamy white style to it, but also if you look close in between, it has little gold beads that are in the center. So it looks fun with other classic gold pieces that you have. And you can definitely be able to change the look of this one by adding different kinds of other accessories to it. It's another fun one in terms of how you can change the look of it. So if you put something that's like got a little bit of a chandelier feeling, like I said, you can bring out like a more eclectic, a little bit more Moroccan vibe. You can definitely be able to see how you could wear this with different kinds of patterns. You can see the way that it's going to blend in and pop against dark pieces. Speaking of, I knocked that pretty sweater off my lap. This is the eyelet sweater that was from Anthropologie. It was from a couple seasons ago. But you can see how if you like wearing patterns and if you like wearing bright colors, the way that the white pops against it is super fun. So this one's also nice because it's a longer length. We've had this in the 18-inch, but this one hits more like a 24, 26. Another really great piece. And another one that's fun to be able to layer up other ways. So for example, we had this other sweet little necklace. This one is really, really nice. I am looking. This one has this interesting kind of, so this one is neat because it has the look and feel of a lariat, but it is a tassel, and the tassel in the center is what moves, not lariat style. We do have another lariat piece this week. But this one has got this tassel, that's it. You can see how you can layer up these pieces, that they're super fun to be able to do that. This has a little fringed tassel with it. Anne says that she really loves the tassel. This is something that would be in your wheelhouse. I know that you prefer silver over gold. This one's even big enough that you can just take it off overhead. But this one has this tassel, and as you can see, part of it is that the tassel itself moves. So that's where I say it kind of has this lariat look and feel to it. But this one is great because it has that little bit of drop that's right in the center. So it's nice because you have the look and feel of having a 16 or an 18-inch, but then you have an addition of having something that hangs lower, more like a pendant. Another one that's super fun to be able to layer up with other pieces. So if you're thinking of being able to layer up some fun bracelets, this would look great with a lot of the scarab pieces that we have. You can do any of the classic gold earrings. This would be very pretty. And The fringe on the tassels is really nice. It's cut really well. There's really nice work with the design and the chain. It's not one of those pieces where you see it and you think to yourself, like, it must be the way that they chopped it up. And we also have a traditional lariat as well, too. Now, you all know how much I love lariats. I really do. There's so many different things that you can do with them. So we have a traditional lariat as well. This one also has the little tassels that are on it. And this one, the beauty of a lariat is how you decide that you want to be able to wear it. So I like wearing it when you loop it through. So taking both ends and then slipping it through. I like being able to wear it like this because, again, but do you see how similar this looks to actually the tassel necklace that I just had on? Then you can play with the lengths of how you want this to dangle based on the way that the tassels fall on you. You can do it a lot of different ways. You can decide that if you want them to be a little bit longer. You can decide if you want them to be a little bit shorter. You can obviously wear this one tied up the way that I just did, like a regular tie. But isn't it fun? Isn't it amazing how that this is an actual lariat, but how similar it looked to the tassel necklace with the loops that I just put on? I do believe that these are from the same designer. They came from completely different places, but I do believe that it's a very similar design and style. Somebody may have just wanted the ability to be able to chain the chain links. So you can do this one in a knot. You can do this one at different lengths. You can do this one down the back. There's a lot of different pieces and a lot of different ways to be able to wear it. So another great piece, another fun piece that you can be able to see all the different fun ways that you can be able to wear it again. And again, the things that I look for with the tassel necklaces are to make sure that all the tassels are actually the same length and that they lay nice. Sometimes that's the biggest difference between the higher quality tassel necklaces, the ones that were more of the Monet style or the Napier style, as I would say, is the fact that the chains are all cut at exactly the same length. So you don't see anything being kind of mismatched with the mesh styling that it's at the bottom of them. So that's something that I'm always looking at when I'm looking at the tassel earrings or the tassels in general, whether it's an earring or it's a necklace. Those are some of my favorites. Okay, what else do I have here? I know Teresa asked me about the pearl and the pink rhinestone earrings, and these are them. I think that there's a couple pretty things that I can tell you about these particular earrings is that, one, this is a mother of pearl disc. So you definitely have a pearl. You've got a pearl that is here that is dotted with the rhinestones. And then in here, this is a metal flower with some green enameled leaves. And these go up and you can wear them as a statement earring and you can wear them sort of up on the ear in terms of being an ear crawler. So for those of you who like a statement earring, this is a very pretty pair. I like the fact that they look like also a cluster style, so they're very easy to be able to wear. If you wear your hair up, you're going to naturally be able to see them, as well as they have a really pretty hint of sparkle to them. Let's use an example of pairing it up with a dark floral. You can easily be able to see that you can bring out the pinks and the green tones that you would be able to pick something if you had something with a print. And of course, you can wear it with a solid color. And then, of course, one of the other beauties is because that it has the classic pearl detailing with the mother of pearl, this would look very lovely with just a classic strand of pearls as a necklace. I can think of a few other ways and a few other different kinds of prints to wear with this. I didn't have time to pull a bunch, but those would be my suggestions in terms of being able to wear them. You could also wear this. We have in our collection, we have a bracelet that has a tiny little bit of pink rhinestones. This would also be pretty with other pink jewelry, but I'd probably wear it with other classic pearl pieces. So, and then also as a hint of the little moon glow that you see that's in there also. But what makes this a great piece, more unique, is the fact that all of the little rhinestones are capped on the ends of the beads. So this is another very, very pretty piece, very nice styling that we have to it. Okay, let's see. We have got a 1940s piece. This one's really cool. It has jewel tones that are in it, and it sort of has a Sputnik style to it. It does have a bit of a patina. I won't deny that in terms of having a little bit of discoloration to the metal, it has a patina. It's an older piece, The back has a little bit of a patina to it, but you don't see that from the front. And also, because of the way that the stones have been set, you don't see any residue with any kind of glue or anything like that, but you can definitely see that they have been set in a darker style with darker stones. This is beautiful in the sense that it has both an emerald green that is mixed into it, as well as it has some classic diamante rhinestones. And then it has the accent of that large ruby red garnet style center stone. Definitely falls into your family of your bejeweled colors. So for those of you, again, who like to gravitate towards these darker shades in fall, so thinking of our cranberries, our emerald greens, our moss greens, there's all kinds of different pieces and different ways that you can be able to wear this one. And like I said, this one has got this sort of Sputnik style to it. Obviously, I have it on against a darker color, but you'd be very pretty if you have it with some diamante rhinestones. But one of the things that I like about this piece, the absolute best, is that if you had a brooch converter, this would make an absolutely fantastic, a gorgeous pendant. So just tons of gorgeous colors, beautiful rhinestone styling to it, unique, beautiful jewel tones. You can see the little flashes of the emerald green. You can see the flashes of the diamante. This has got all of the little marquee stones that have been set in it. So another beautiful piece that we have here. And let's see, what else do we have here this evening? I showed off our beautiful, so many of the gorgeous scarab pieces. We have those layered up bracelets. We've got the carnelian, the burnt orange style, and we've got the ribbed bangle. So these are really pretty pieces. This one, the one that I started off with this evening, I think that this one is a beautiful piece. This one has got the lavender with the pieces that have been all mixed in together. Hey guys. And we have got the lattice style piece. The little Lamoge brooch. That's another pretty one that we haven't talked about yet. So this one has got the cobalt blue, and this one features the lady and the gentleman courting scene. It's against a dark blue. It has a braided ribbon frame. This one is signed Limoges Paris on the back. And I think Deborah was one of the ones that had a question about how to layer this up with other pieces. And that's exactly what I was going to say. Now, in terms of brooches, I think that it all depends on how many you're trying to mix in the area. But my rule of thumb is that 1 to 2, so you can see a variety of different sizes with a little bit of the larger one positioned to the smaller one. Or you can do a very lovely set of like a trio. So you can think of the way that you can do things 1, 2, and 3. And of course, it all depends on how you're going to wear things. I've even seen people who have worn things all along the neckline. So just keep that in mind with the ability to be able to wear them in different sizes and different shapes. So for example, this one is a nice small, a little more petite style one. So we have that one. And you can see this is the boucher. So this is the boucher one. This one is the pom-pom, or I believe that this one looks very similar to an aster. So we've got this one, and this one's got the pearl. Again, what I like about this one is that you've got a similar size and a little similar shape. This one's just a little bit larger than we go ahead and we see in the center with the frame. And then we also have this coral piece as well, too. If it was up to me, I would probably put these 3 together. Again, remember, keep in mind, I am doing this from the opposite direction. But I like when you can kind of put sort of similar designs and similar shapes together. So we're looking at something that has got all of the different round compositions to it. So they all complement each other very nicely. Let's talk about the other little pearl piece. So this one is the boucher piece. You know, butcher, it's definitely boucher, but their pieces are signed and numbered. This one is signed and numbered on the back of it and has the addition of the pearls. So this one's a great one to be able to mix with other pearl jewelry. And it has a little bit of a pom-pom style to it. But I also like the fact that you can easily be able to wear this one with another pearl piece as well. So as I stick that coral one on top of me, you can see the way that you bring the pearl out that's in the center here, and you layer it up with the pearl piece that you see that has the coral. We also have got a boucher piece. The two boucher pieces that we have together, there is another pearl. I might not have, oh, here it is. These two look fantastic together as well. So for those of you who like to be able to layer pieces up, you're mixing the pearls that you see in the same gold tone in the center here with this piece. So really my rule of thumb for answering Deborah's question is that I either like to see brooches with sets of two, so similar size, similar shape, complementing both round shapes and sizes, or complementing each other in similar details. In this case, you see that this piece has the same ribbed detail that you see in the same ribbed detail here, as well as they're in graduated sizes. So this one's a little smaller, this one's a little larger. This one has the added benefit of this one has an open design. This one has a little bit larger cluster of pearls, but they both go together very, very nicely. I showed this one definitely when I was wearing my corduroy jacket. This is another one that would be really great to wear on your coat or jacket. But this is one that I think that these are like meant to be with each other. So you can see how easily you can kind of layer up those pieces. And all you need to do is put on your little pair of pearl earrings to bring out the pearls. And you can see how easy you can bring out the pearl detailing that you see in the brooches, as well as you do by being able to layer up the different sizes. So I think that these are great pieces to layer up together. But I think that there are a lot of people that love just putting on a bunch of brooches together. I've certainly seen on jean jackets people who have entire collections of them, sort of collage style. Sometimes people layer them all up with each other. It's more just a matter of personal preference. For me, my rule of thumb is either having two and having the same shape, or having three, but then having them as a trio. And another good thing to keep in mind is that you can fill them in like a triangle area. So the way that you want to fill them in your lapel is like a triangle. So because that's the natural shape of the way that you're coming down your shoulder. So those are my suggestions on mixing and matching brooches. And that is what I think that we're coming to an end with tonight. We have a lot of really beautiful pieces. We've got lots of different colors, rings. We didn't have a ton of rings this week. If I was going to make suggestions to people on who are looking for things specifically related to coming into the fall season, my personal favorites are, again, this piece, which has the very neutral tones. This is definitely one that I would recommend, and I would say that you'll get a lot of bang for your buck, as well as you'll enjoy it with a lot of different pieces that you have hanging in your closet. Remember, it's another one that you can go formal or go dressy with, or you can go very casual with. I'd love to see it with an icy blue. I think that that'd be a fantastic look. I think that if you're looking for something that's truly unique, this is definitely a designer piece. It may be Hobé. It does not have a signature on it, but it may be a higher end designer. Like I said, we've had this in turquoise before. I think that this is a really nice example of quality workmanship. If you turn this over on the reverse, you can see all the articulated links with all of the way that the leaves are all together. So we've got this piece, and then of course it has the matching bracelet. I think that this is another unique one. I think that it's one that you can really enjoy wearing over and over again. I'm going to have to tell you another one of my favorites is definitely that mid-century modern piece that you can have both pieces of the set. This is just so elegant. I can think of at least 10 different outfits that you could be able to wear it and enjoy it over and over again. And last but not least, as I said, I'm a bit partial to the necklace that I started with at the very beginning of the evening. I think it is a nice introduction to fall. I like the ability that it has just a little bit of a hint of color. And I like the fact that it's not too big and it's not too small. Of course, I like anything that has that true antique patina to it as well. And this one that has the addition of the pressed leaves with the little amethyst detailing in it is just so lovely. So I started the evening off wearing this one. I'm going to finish wearing this one for this evening. I'm very glad that you all stuck with me tonight and we all enjoyed our time together, even though we had a lot of exciting things take place while we were here. So we've got lots of pieces this week that are really fantastic for a really nice transition to fall. I know that this is a time of year where the weather may be still very warm where you are. Jokingly, I'm sure many of you know in Chicago, it was like 85 degrees and sunny over the weekend. And then today it is like 55 and rainy. So that is just how it goes. But for those of you who are looking for maybe even embracing the fall colors, even if you're in a warmer climate, remember all of these tones are perfect to wear as you transition to wearing some of your darker, warmer toned clothes. So if you're thinking of things like cranberries, tans, checks, these are all pieces that I would recommend for anyone to wear. So that's it. So we had a lot of exciting things. I'm very glad and thank you all so much for being here, for joining me. I really want you all to take some time for yourselves. I really hope that you're enjoying having some opportunities and being inspired to wear some vintage jewelry in different ways. My goal is always to help you to look and feel your best. And my goal is always to show you how you can add that touch of vintage to your modern look because it's always so unique. Yeah, thank you. It's going to be an exciting night here. So we've got a lot of fun things that are going on. I have a lot of fun things that are coming up the rest of this week. So as always, stay tuned, stay in touch. We're always here to answer your questions, and I hope everyone has a really fabulous evening. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to connect with us and the other jewelry lovers that are here and from all over the world. So on that note, take time to celebrate your inner sparkle so you can truly let your personal style shine. And if you've any of these beautiful pieces, which I'm sure have caught your eye tonight, you can find all of them over at vintagemeetmodern.com. They are underneath the new arrivals section, and I will see you all again real soon. Bye.